I see that guy.
Mm.
I see that guy
Touching me.
So each and every time when you moan during the thing, it's like, oh, she moans like this even to that guy.
It's so crazy, the question that I'm going to ask because of you said that. Have you ever been in a situation where you are doing the deeds and you're thinking of somebody else, but you're doing it with somebody else?
I've never experienced that, but I have zoned out of, when you zone out, it's like having sex and then you're like, this sex is not sexy.
And
I have that.
But what happened? And then you come back.
And then I come back.
Okay.
I have zoned out of sex with having sex. Oh, it's not sexy, but I'm doing it. Yeah, but the only thing that I'm struggling with is understanding which if you're in a room with someone, like I've experienced this firsthand when you're having sex and then she calls out your name. How do you tackle that? I always wanted to know that.
Shouldn't we call your name
like your name or someone else's name? Your name.
Your like someone else's name, like not your name. Someone else's name.
Have you ever experienced that?
I've experienced it.
Like while he's with you and say, "Oh, Sipo."
Yeah, while she's.
Oh my
she's
God.
like, shit. How do you tackle that as a guy?
Are you for real?
Yeah, how do you tackle that?
And then you proceeded with the deed.
Proceeding.
You stop him with immediate effect. Like you just.
In my case, I couldn't proceed. Oh, please edit this. Please edit this. Okay, it's like that, but I can't. I can't comprehend and accepting a female.
And then
cheating.
what was the excuse?
We're cutting the scene out. But for me, to answer your question, for me, I don't think that female like to be forgiven. I think that females like to be acknowledged as I took it as a mistake. Yeah, but I don't forgive. When would you forgive?
You see, that's the thing, and it's been scientifically proven that like once you forgive a woman for cheating, the level of respect she has for you drops. It depreciates. It depreciates because of women love alpha male. Women love alpha male, a man who can stand on his weight. You see, there's one thing that most women are scared of. They are scared of a man who understands himself, who stands on his weight. If you do 1, 2, 3, I'm leaving, and then you do it, and then he leaves. Women are scared of those type of guys. The stable. You see, those are men who.
Do you think we're scared to lose you more than you're scared to lose us?
You see. I'm just gonna put in an example of that. Ask yourself, I can cheat on you 100 times, and then you cheat once. Do men stay?
No.
They leave because.
And then if they stay, they will always remind you, and they will use that against you.
Hence that is why most men are not scared of losing their women, because of, you know why? Once you have taken something that I value and that is so precious to me, and then you give it to someone else.
But it's vice versa, because that's how I feel as well. When you taking what I value so much, something that takes me to another level, that takes me to another world, and then you take it to another person. It's the same.
It is the same, but then it differs on handling it because of one thing I understand. Men can't handle such in an appropriate way because of we start to have scenarios and all those kind of things. Hence that is why I don't forgive cheating. And
cheating is very sensitive.
It is.
To who?
To everyone.
It's very sensitive.
To everyone, but why you make it special when it comes to men?
Because men love harder than females.
That's not true.
It is true. It is true. Women learn to tolerate you and into loving you.
It is true.
They start tolerating you. And then once they get used to you, they start developing that certain love of feeling towards you.
That's true.
Men, they love you like instantly.
True.
And they stick by it. This is why a man, when he is in love with you, he neglects himself.
Yeah, honestly.
He neglects himself.
Hi guys, I beg to differ. Before I respond, have you ever been in a situation where you're doing the pàşş and then just for you to come because of this person is not giving you what you want, and then you think of somebody else?
So many times. So many times because of, I mean, sex, man, is sex.
Sex, when it sucks.
No, like, I view sex to me as like an art.
Yeah.
I'm an art person. So you see, when you draw, So when you draw, you put so much emotion, and then the picture that you are depicting, you want people to enjoy it because of you have given everything. That's how I feel when it comes to it, because of I want to give it everything. But then because of one thing about me, I love being touched. You see, if someone cannot reciprocate those kind of things, like it becomes difficult, because of before we can even get there, I tell you how I want to be treated.
Okay.
How I want to be treated, and then it's gonna be up to you, and then I'm just gonna give you time and time and time and time and time and time. But then you only find out there's too many typical people, like they're not willing. They're not willing to just immerse themselves in the process to say, I'm willing to do this with this guy, I'm willing to try this and that with this guy.
For me, it's different, because I feel like if I get into a relationship, I want you to come as you are. I'm not gonna tell you how you should love me. And then in the process, that's when you're gonna give me a decision if this is how I agree to be loved.
Okay.
Because I feel like if I'm gonna tell you how I want to be loved, it means that now I'm navigating you to be not what you are. You're not gonna bring yourself. You're not gonna bring you 100%, because I told you how I want to be loved.
How you want to be treated.
Yes, and how you want to be treated.
So can I ask you something? When was the first time that you fell in love, and how did it feel?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go back. Oh yes, we were on that. Or to you guys, you love instantly.
Yes.
That's not what I've experienced. Okay, I've experienced this. I'm hooked.
You hooked.
They mingled me with this person. Apparently this person has been liking me for the longest time, right? And I wasn't paying attention. I was bored every time. When like, can you give me like, I don't like people giving people my numbers without my consent. Check with me first if I'm comfortable with you giving my numbers away to other people. So this person has been wanting my numbers from a certain friend, because of he's been seeing the friend posting me and everything. I kept on saying no. Until this other day I was bored, and this person was offering dinner. I was like, oh, a free dinner, why not? You know. So now this person calls me, video calls me, and then when he video calls me, I was so bored. I was like, yo. And then the very same day I go to that person.
Okay.
And this guys, the moment he opened the door for me, emotweni, I like, hugged that guy.
Yeah.
And then he wanted, because he was just giving me,
that pity love.
I said, please don't let go.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know what happened, but at that moment, I knew that I want to be with this person at that time. And then I remember I knew day one that I want to be with this guy. I felt something that I've never felt in my life. The craziest part was I found out 3 months later that he loved me a month later.
He loved you a month later, like how?
Like when I refer on things I said a month, like when we were starting, he didn't recall anything. And now we're in the midst of a fight. He was like, I didn't pay attention to you. I don't even recall those things because I didn't feel anything for you.
Mamela, there's certain moments of females that you'll always remember because of a certain thing that you always told yourself that you wanna see in a guy. Like you could be in love with my t-shirt, and me thinking that you love me because you were in love with that.
No,
chick,
that
like,
I loved. I felt so much connection.
I wanna say something.
The saddest part, it was knowing that I've been riding with this person. He had to learn to love me.
No, the conditions they were skewed. So he loved you way back when he was busy like wanting your numbers, but you couldn't give him a chance. So he was looking for every single form of making you part of it. So when you were conditioned, which means you got used to it, you tolerated it until you fell in love with it.
But that was the first time meeting
This is
him.
why you find out that after 10 years, that your wife apparently loved you for 5 years.
And the rest
was just conditioned with you took me in my vulnerable state. You took me in my wanting state because you like, for instance, now this guy wanted your number for the longest time. he bought you from the word go. But his presence and his behavior towards you were the things that you were looking for at that time.
But it's not that when I learned that he wanted me, I asked how does he look?
No, besides
Nothing.
that.
Like I was never interested. I never knew anything about this person until that day. But now it scared the S out of me when I just saw him and I was like, yo, don't let go.
Nah. I don't take that as love. How do you take it as, bro?
Because there's something that also we need to establish as well, as that like most men, they know on first instinct that if you are the one or not, they know it. First instinct, they know it. Before,
But that's how I felt.
yeah, because I'm not going to talk about women.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to speak for men.
For
I'm
men.
going to advocate for
Yeah.
men. They know it. They know it very well. This is the type of person I want in my life. Like as most guys that I've conversated with, they will tell you what I knew from the word go that I'm going to marry this woman. I knew from the word go that this person is going to be my love partner. Men know. I won't lie to you. Men know.
But then when someone tells you that I only started falling in love with you a month later.
See, now
that's manipulation there.
That's a contradiction. Do you know why I'm saying that? Because we also must not dismiss the fact that most men don't know who they are first.
Exactly.
Don't know who they are first.
And most men don't want to be vulnerable. Most men don't want to be out there, because if me, let me put it in my point of view, me, I'm very loving. I don't want to give that type of love to